And Marc has an interesting job here in Japan. Marc, what is it that you do here?
Well, amongst other things, I import some of the finest products from around the world and bring them here to Japan. And one of them is America's premier whiskey called Uncle Nearest Premium Whiskey, and I think we might actually get to some of it tonight.
Uncle Nearest?
Yes.
Uncle Nearest. You've got a bottle right here.
Yes, I do.
So should we
It's really good.
loosen up just a little bit?
I think we should.
So, Dante Carver, what's your impression of this whiskey?
I love it. I love the taste of it because it's smooth, it's smoky, it's flavorful. You know, sometimes with some whiskeys, it can be a bit too dry, or you know, when you drink it, the aftertaste sometimes I just don't like the way it settles.
By the way, I should mention that those clunks that you're hearing,
ice.
those are ice cubes being dropped into the glasses that we have here. And we're actually going to sample this? That's what's happening?
I'm hoping so, yes.
Is this safe? Can we do this live on the air?
Yeah,
Marc?
yeah.
Are we?
Well, if we can, we're going to be breaking some rules, but that's kind of what Uncle Nearest is all about anyway.
Okay. And you mentioned all of those qualities that it has, and I've often heard people say that it has a nutty flavor. Does this whiskey have a nutty flavor?
Absolutely. Yes. Walnuts and basically whatever you imagine you might find on a Tennessee farm, which is where the whiskey's from. Hay, walnuts, chestnuts, maple syrup, all of these things really combine very well in a very complex, deep taste. So if you're into whiskeys with complexity and depth of taste, you're going to love this.
And of course, it's available at Big Iowa Barbecue too, right?
Absolutely.
Yes.
All right. And we're back with Dante Carver, the man from the SoftBank commercial, and also with Marc, who represents Uncle what whiskey?
Uncle Nearest.
Premium whiskey.
Uncle Nearest. What kind of name is that, by the way?
Well, there's a whole story behind it. Uncle Nearest was the nickname of a gentleman by the name of Nearest Green, who taught Jack Daniels how to distill whiskey.
Oh.
Became the first African-American master distiller in history and basically created the formula for making Tennessee whiskey, converting Kentucky bourbon into Tennessee whiskey. He invented it, and we're celebrating his legacy.
Very interesting. And what goes good with this whiskey? I mean, what kind of food would you eat together with that? Dante?
Practically anything, but some of my personal favorites are Cajun chicken.
Cajun chicken.
Cajun chicken.
Oh, of course.
You can, since we're talking about barbecue, even jalapeno cornbread goes really good with it. That and some light white fish, not too salty because it kind of kills the taste of the whiskey. Or a nice steak.
You're a foodie.
Yeah, I love food.